We'd never had it that busy where we sold over 200 guns in 3 days. Almost 100%, if not 100%, of my firearm sales in the last 10 days or so have been directly related to, in one way or another, to the Ferguson incident.
I'm personally gonna be out here protesting. I'm not planning to kick in nobody's door. I'm not planning to steal anything. But I'm planning to let my voice be heard that the fact that what happened out there, outside my door, right here out this window, was wrong.
If he get off, no telling what would happen.
3 months ago, this corner of West Florissant Ave and Canfield Drive was the center point of protest after Mike Brown was killed. Today, things are a lot calmer, but that could change soon as the city waits to hear whether or not a grand jury will indict Darren Wilson on charges related to Mike Brown's death. Businesses around here have taken to boarding up their windows as sort of a precautionary measure, and Governor Nixon has even preemptively called in the National Guard. He said that was to ensure safety for some of the citizens around here, but others have said that's only contributed to the climate of fear. On November 18th, Missouri Governor Nixon announced the formation of the Ferguson Commission, an independent citizen group intended to address the social and economic issues affecting the community.
Where are you really preparing for war, and what are the rules of engagement for the use of deadly force?
Well, I'm not preparing for war. I'm preparing for peace. I have a responsibility to the state that we maintain and keep safety and that we protect property. And obviously, there were times before in which property was damaged, and we're going to do our best to make sure that that doesn't happen.
We got guards, we got Homeland Security, we got everybody in town poised for violence, not poised for peace. And everybody been demonstrating, been peaceful. Right. 95 and 98% have been peaceful. And we got National Guards, we got Homeland Security, we got police departments from all over. So that's not preparing for peace.
Preparing for war.
I want to know, if somebody break a window, are they going to get shot down in the street?
Well, I'm not going to get into any specific operation. No, excuse me, I'm the governor of the state. The Unified Command is going to be out there. They've been out there for the last 100 days working to establish relationships. This is not about 95% of the people being safe or 95% of the people that want to speak having the right to speak. This is about 100% of the people being safe and 100% of the people that want to speak having the right to speak. Thank you all very, very much.
Councilman Rodney Epps lives in Jennings, the town right next to Ferguson. He was instrumental in getting the Jennings Police Department disbanded in 2011 after numerous complaints about corruption and excessive use of force on black residents. A lot of people are saying and presuming that there won't be an indictment. How do you feel about that?
I think the officer will be indicted. I think the facts are there. It's costing too much money, and he caused these problems. What he did was improper, it was wrong, it cost a man his life. It's costing too much money, so I think he's going to be indicted.
I mean, people are still upset with the system and how things are going, especially if Darren Wilson's going to get off without any sort of indictment.
If he get off, no telling what would happen.
Has any of this affected business at all?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. On the business side, it hurt. You know, and not only myself, but other business, everybody felt that. And like I say, a lot of times the news are hype and you kind of have a misread. And when the boards just went up recently, I mean, it seems like, hey, we're almost in a war zone again, and nothing has even happened. So people just tend to stay away from this area, you know.
We're headed right now to the Canfield Green apartment complex. That's where Mike Brown was shot and killed. 3 months ago, when the protest was just kicking off, I spent some time with some of the young men there, and we're going to talk to them and see how things have changed in the past few months.
This guy right here. This that guy right here.
We acquired this from some guy. He was
You acquired it?
Yeah. Yeah, he was just chilling with it, and I asked him, I was like, hey, let me get that. He was like, all right, and gave it to us.
Straight gave it to him. That's crazy.
We
started our own network.
Yeah, we started our own network. Central Nigga News.
Steven, you were saying before, 3 months ago, you told me right here that you think things are going to change. They can't stay the same. You still think things are going to change?
Oh, nah.
No?
Nah, it's going to be a riot part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about in terms
I
of...
mean, it depends on the weather, for real.
Yeah.
And that's what they're
It
trying to do.
depends
They're
on the
trying to
weather.
wait till it snow and all that. But that won't
Yeah.
have no effect on it because the will is, way stronger than the flesh.
Yeah,
so
yeah, 'cause
we gonna be out
We're
here.
going to be out there.
And I can say I'm personally gonna be out here protesting. I'm not planning to kick in nobody's door. I'm not planning to steal anything. But I'm planning to let my voice be heard that the fact that what happened out there, outside my door, right here out this window, was wrong.
The day after you moved in.
The day after I moved in.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to, I got a 3-year-old, I got twins on the way. I don't want to have to bring them up in this society. I don't want to have to explain to them that, they lesser than this person because for no reason at all. You know what I mean? Now, I don't want to have to go through that, but that's the society we live in, obviously, because of what happened out here.
It's just another black man getting killed.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. He 100%.
This conversation is now happening all across the country to people talking about how black people are treated by the police, especially it has a lot to do with young black men. I mean, do you think the conversation is changing? Especially with dreads.
Yeah.
Do you think, do you hear people talking about, what are your friends saying? What are you guys hearing right now? Do you think that...
We all know not to mess, I want to say fuck with the police. We know not to mess with the police. All right, we done seen how all of us stepping up can affect, we've been seeing what effect they can have. It got us national attention. And it got everybody, seeing how things are down here. So, if any type of conversation changes, that's the only way it's changing. But we still know, if I see a police walking down the street now and, I see $100 on the ground, you better believe I'm not going to pick up that $100 while the police is walking past. Yeah, I'm not, it's still the same feeling.
What are you doing?
And that's what we're trying to change. That's what we need. And that's why we need an indictment. That's the whole point of us protesting. We need an indictment to change stuff like that. I had one brush with the law when I was 14. I was throwing rocks at the school. Police rolled up on me and pulled his gun out on me. I'm 14 years old. I was 14 years old. Pulled his gun out on me. Told me get on my knees. Told me get down on the ground. I got on the ground and kicked me in my face. That's the only brush I ever had with police. So you can imagine, what my feelings are towards law enforcement.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I have family in law enforcement, like close family. You know what I mean? Like people that I actually look like in law enforcement. And with that being said, I still can't stand the police at all.
The city police is way different.
The city police are
If
really
you don't have
about
no
serious offenses.
real
They killed a couple kids though too, didn't they? Right after the Ferguson thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't. Yeah, that's totally different. I don't want to link that with Mike Brown at all.
Yeah.
Let's keep that totally separate.
Okay.
If he got a gun on him, hey,
you got the
I
right
don't
to
care
shoot
what
him.
color you is. You got a gun. You
got
shoot
a right
at me
to shoot
one
him.
time. I'm gonna empty my gun until you're not moving.
You have the
I
right.
don't care what
You have the
happens.
right to shoot at you.
I'm not mad at them police. I do not want to link any of them with the Mike Brown story.
Mike Brown's different.
Mike Brown is
He
100%
didn't have a
different.
weapon.
If Mike Brown had a weapon, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. I would be like, hey, he had to do what he had to do. If he had a gun, if he had a knife, because there was an altercation. If he didn't have a knife, he didn't have nothing. And it's crazy for me to watch somebody on TV talk about, well, he was charged and he had to do this. It's hard for me to watch somebody defend Darren Wilson at all because of the simple fact that Mike Brown had no weapon. Like, what threat am I to you? If you're an officer, you got a baton. What was the taser at? You got a gun, you got handcuffs, you got a badge on that lets me know you're an officer. I'm a black man in America who know how this go. I know how this supposed to go. By the age of 18, I told you at 14 what happened to me. So by the age of 18, I knew how it went. If a white police officer come up on you, you be compliant. You do it or you run. That's it. Or you run. Either you be compliant or you do not fight the police.
You mentioned that you had family in law enforcement, and you also mentioned that you want to see more black cops. I mean, have you or any of your friends ever considered becoming a police officer?
No, I don't think I want to be a police officer unless I had to pursue my career as as a prosecutor, which is what I plan to do. My major was criminal justice, and I don't have a problem with the actual justice system. I mean, I can't say that. I have a problem with the justice system that is skewed, you know? I make me want to be a part of it more, you know, to change it because, you know, it's ridiculous, everything that goes on.
But you want to lock people up?
Yeah, definitely. I don't have a problem locking. You need to be locked up. You need to be locked up. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a person who thinks, you know, every person who go to jail should be free.
Yeah.
I'm the person who thinks justice should be served. And in this case, you know, justice should be served. I want to be a prosecutor to lock up people like Darren Wilson, the people who shoot people, shoot people without guns. What are you shooting at him for? He's a kid running away from you. You know, I mean, everybody gonna make mistakes. I know my son ain't gonna make mistakes. 18, when you 18 years old, who didn't make mistakes when he was 18? You know, when you're 18 years old, you got a million years left to make mistakes to fix them, you know? And he get a chance to fix his mistakes.
It's not supposed to cost you your life.
At all, it doesn't.
We're about a 50-minute drive from Ferguson right now, outside the Metro Shooting Supply Store. And this climate of fear that's persisting throughout the local communities, you've seen stores like this see huge increase in their sales. Now, we've heard that this store right here has seen their sales increase 300 to 800% since last year. We've seen a lot of stories about the National Guard coming in, about people being concerned. I mean, have you noticed an uptick in your business?
We have seen an uptick in our business. Monday through Friday, it was just unbelievable sales. And then the weekend hit again, and it was so busy. We'd never had it that busy where we sold over 200 guns in 3 days.
And you attribute that all to what's going to happen with this grand jury decision coming in?
Yeah, I would tell you that almost 100%, if not 100%, of my firearm sales in the last 10 days or so have been directly related to, in one way or another, to the Ferguson incident. Generally this time of year is hunting season, so we sell hunting guns and scopes and slings and things for hunting. This year it hasn't been that. It's been all personal defense.
So have you seen a lot of, I mean, has it been mostly white people that have come in to buy guns?
No.
Has it been mixed?
No, it's been a huge mix. I mean, we're a North County community, so community store. So our clientele is, you know, we have 50% black people, 50% white people, but we've had Asian business owners come in and buy guns. We've had Arabic business owners coming in and buying guns. We've had everybody.
Has it been mostly, I mean, has a large part of it been business owners, or has it been mixed, everything?
It's everything.
What's the most popular gun that people have been buying?
This is a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. All right, so we're going to verify it's empty.
Yeah.
That's one of the most popular guns out there. These revolvers have been very, very popular. We're completely out of them.
So you have some models that are just completely sold out?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of models. Yeah. And we've been getting them in. We just got 200 guns in yesterday to kind of replenish what we've sold. And I think they'll be gone by the end of this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What are you doing here today?
I'm just shooting. I haven't shot in a little bit, so just getting a little practice.
And why are you getting a little practice?
Just to protect our home. I have a 6-year-old boy, and you know, thought it'd be okay to keep us safe. And you know, my wife and I came in last night, and Steve gave us some good advice, and you know, we thought we utilize it. So we're taking shifts on coming over and practicing.
So there's a lot of concern that something could happen if the grand jury comes down with a decision and people aren't happy.
Absolutely.
And is that just you, or your neighbors, your friends, or they all feel the same way?
Everybody feels the same way. Coworkers, friends, family.
And where do you live in Ferguson or in this surrounding
I live
area?
in Fenton, Missouri.
And how far is that from?
It's about a half hour, 40 minutes away.
So what are you expecting to happen?
I have no idea what to expect. I don't know if it's going to get ugly. I don't know if it's going to be peaceful. I have no idea.
But you want to be prepared.
Exactly.
From Jennings, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised.
So that's right near where everything happened with Mike Brown.
Yeah, 5 minutes away.
What are your concerns? Are you worried that things aren't going to escalate, things could happen?
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't go the right way, I mean, I was here when it happened in August when everything went down. So I mean, it could, you know, get a little bit worse, you know, with the expectations of if he doesn't get indicted. So you know, if they did what they did in August just because of what happened, if he doesn't get indicted, then you know it can kind of escalate and you know come my way. So I'm only 5 minutes away from it.